Ooh, that's pretty bad. That is pretty bad. Yes. Let's hold it up there. There shouldn't be too much in here. It was reading pretty low on the gauge, so let's just see. Oh, it smells horrendous. Somebody's been down here before because the area around this bolt was fairly clean, like somebody had been down here recently. It's hard to tell if there's any rust. We'll have to see if there's any chunks or flakes in it. We could always drop the tank if we had to see. Let's see if this will. Guys, it smells really bad. I don't even know how to describe it. Almost like really bad soy sauce. Let's see how much is in here. Guys, up close. I am not against. I think we're here, so we might as well take that guy off and see what we can find. Cool. Cool. Let's see what. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm trying to make it. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. I'd say the tank is bad there. I don't. Whoop. Sorry, guys. That's pretty. I don't even know what to say. I mean, all you can do is laugh. Look at that. How does that come out? Look at that. I wonder. Wow. I can't believe. Look how rusty that is. Wow. Okay. Just drop that in there. A little curious now. What does the inside of this look like? Let's see what we can. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad, guys. I don't know if you can see in there. Let me see if I move you guys in closer and see if you guys can see in there. Do my best. It's pretty rusty in there. Pretty crusty, pretty crusty. Let's move on from there and see if I can find a tank.
The next day.
Alright guys, it's been a couple days since I pulled the tank out of the Brat. I really thought I could buy a new one, but that's not going to happen. There's a part number out there, but I can't find one. And a few buddies online said that they have a couple tanks that I could use, but I thought, well, let's see what I can do with the one I have. And so I pressure washed it out, and that got rid of a lot of the rust within the tank. And then another guy on the Facebook group mentioned muriatic acid, which I got at Lowe's. It's like $10 for this gallon. And you do a 10-to-1 ratio within the tank, slosh it back and forth. That got rid of a lot of the rust. And then I power washed it again. The mistake I made was I let it sit overnight. I thought it would air out, but it flash rusted inside. So I'm gonna run a little bit of the acid through again and clean all of it out. And then somebody online said to put baking soda water throughout the whole tank for about 10 to 15 minutes, and that should help with the flash rust. So we're gonna do that, and then I bought some tank sealer to kind of seal this whole thing up, and hopefully we can restore this gas tank. try to get you guys in here. You can see kind of there's a little bit of surface rust and a few more rust chips there on the bottom. So I'm actually glad I did this again, but you can see it's really getting clean. So let's power wash it and see what else we can get out of here. Last step here, I've got the heat gun just kind of blowing in, got it on low, I'm blowing into the tank, got all the holes and everything open, so I would not cap everything off. I would have all the holes and everything open, that way all the heat can get out. But I'm doing this to kind of dry everything out. I'm gonna blow some air in there after this, and then I think we're gonna get ready to put in the tank sealer. So here's the tank sealer I got. It's KBS tank sealer. It shows up everywhere. I got up on Amazon, but will do apparently up to 22 gallons. I think the BRAT is like a 15 or 16. All right, so my camera died yesterday, so I went ahead and just did all the sealing and everything. So I'll post some pictures right now of the inside before and after, but we're gonna get a first look at what this guy looks like after about 24 hours. So we got a little bit on the deal. Let's see. The smell is pretty bad, so I really don't want to smell this, but let's take a look inside and see how this looks. I'll get you guys in here. Oh, looks pretty good. All right, so it appears that the tank sealer worked, so first time for that. There's a couple spots in there. I don't know, it looks like it's coated, but underneath it, it might just be showing through a little bit. Maybe some flash rust, I'm not sure. All right guys, so the tank is sealed. We've got the filters done on the BRAT. Last thing I wanna do is spray some undercoating on the bottom of the tank. This is the part that actually sees the ground and everything. And the cool thing about the BRAT is actually had this kind of rubberized undercoating on it from the factory. So I guess they assumed you'd be probably doing some off-roading and this thing would get beaten up. So there's a few spots on here just from age and from power washing that I want to clean up. So let's put a coat on it. All right, got her all touched up. I'm probably gonna flip it over and also do the top side of the tank too. So next clip, we'll be putting gas in the BRAT. All right, so we're back over here at the car. BRATs have like 4 fuel filters. I don't know why, but we got one here, there's one here, there's two before the pump, And then I guess you have the screen and the tank. So technically there's 5 fuel filters. I don't know why. They really want to make sure that fuel was clean. So this one is bad. I got a new one. We're gonna throw in here. Got a tight fit there. You guys can see how dirty that fuel is. And we're gonna get a new filter put in there, but first I want to spray out the lines, and then I've got my air compressor, everything hooked up. I want to clean it out towards the back too. So okay, I just wanted to show you guys the 2 filters. So this is the Wix filter 33204. Most of these you can get like O'Reilly's. I think I got this one on Rock Auto with another order I had. That's going to replace this one. And then this filter is kind of unique. I had to find it on Amazon. It's a DOCS filter, DOCS DG4917. And this is the interesting looking one. It's kind of tricky to find, but it's got the 2 on the bottom and the 1 on the top, which is going to go back over here by the firewall, back by the windshield wiper motor. And so this one is going to kind of sit in like this. This one also gets kind of confused for the one in the back, because the one in the back is like this without the nipple on the bottom. And so it gets a little confusing, but this one goes up by the firewall. So let's get these guys put in. So just to show you guys, this is that one, which it's possible this is the original one. No telling. All right, we got the new filters on. All right, I want to see if you guys can see. Look at that. Let's see what a little bit of carb cleaner can do for us. All right, guys, so I was over here in my stash of car parts. Actually, this whole area here is mainly Subaru parts, mainly WRX parts, you know, turbo parts and stuff from my previous build, but it's starting to become full of BRAT parts. And when I was in high school, I had I think it was like an 84 BRAT, and my grandfather had given me some parts in a box, and I still have that box, and I kind of forgot about it. And so I'm going through here, and so this is like a water pump for the BRAT. This is, I already took the filter out and used it, but it is that sediment filter for in the back before the fuel pump. Here's another one. Now these are Beck Arnley, so these these are just off the shelf replacement parts, but I put one of these on the back of the BRAT there. And so there's also, these are WRX parts. There's also some bearings and stuff. Not really sure what the bearings go to, but here's some genuine Subaru parts. This is actually an oil pump for the BRAT. So anyways, I thought that was cool. So Pawpaw coming to the rescue once again. There is a noise coming up here from the front, excuse me, while it's running. I don't know if it's the pulleys, could be the water pump, or the alternator. So I'm gonna take this belt off, and let's see if we can discover the noise while we're changing the oil. All right, just did a complete tune-up on this guy. We put new oil in it, changed the filter, did the valve cover gaskets. You guys saw that, those were pretty bad. Put new spark plugs in. Those are also bad. I have a feeling this noise is from the water pump, which I have a water pump. So what I want to do, let me start up the Brat and let's see if that noise goes away. If it does, then that'll tell me that it is the actual water pump. Make sure this guy is in gear. Ah, that noise. Okay. Quiet, very quiet. So it's got to be this guy, which, let me go to my stash over here. Let's see what we have. So we have this water pump. Ooh, and we have a gasket. Not sure why it's red. Really tight. Let's go see. Luckily, I've got a gasket for it too. Make sure it's the right pump. Yeah, it appears to be. I think I'm gonna go ahead and swap it out. All right, I'm gonna see if you guys can hear this. How loud that is. So that was our noise. So we'll keep this pump. I'm sure it's fine. It's probably the original. But I was going through my parts again, and I have a belt for this, which happens to be the same part number. What's on there, and I even have a new radiator hose, so we're gonna throw both of these on there, might as well. And so let me get this guy on there and I'll catch back up with you guys. All right, we got the new water pump on, clearly the big red water pump on there, new belt, new hose. So let's fire it up and see if our noise is gone real quick.